find yourself a space and just check in with how you feel. So it doesn't matter how you're standing, doesn't matter how you're feeling, just sort of roll your shoulders back a little bit. That's it, and just sort of give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, just coming and standing. I don't mind if it's feet wide, feet close together, just sort of checking in with how you're feeling. And then I'd like you to lift both shoulders and let them drop down. So just lifting those shoulders up for me. That's it. And again, just enjoying that feeling, how they feel. There we are. So one more of those for me. And then I'd like you to roll one of them back. And again, just seeing how that feels. Is it all clunky? There we go. And then change to the other side. Is it all clicky? Is it poppy? Does it feel just stiff and achy? There we are. So let's do both shoulders together. So both shoulders together, and bring those shoulders forward and squeeze the shoulder blades back. So as you're doing this, just getting a little bit of movement in there. That's it. And then just give them a bit of a shake and just sort of see how they feel. That's it. So lift up again and drop. Lift and drop. That's it. And then let's do both back together. So rolling them back round as big as you can make that circle. That's perfect. That's it. There we go. And again, just give them a little wiggle, check in with them. Okay, so come and place your hands on your shoulders, and I'd like you to circle one elbow back for me. So with this, you could do this sitting in a chair if you wanted. And then we're going to take 4 circles on the other side. So again, seeing how your elbow feels, can you get your fingertips on your shoulders? So just circling that shoulder back, and then let's do both elbows together. So as you're circling these elbows, can you bring them together, or are they just circling away? That's it. So doing some shoulder circles here, and then just last one round. And again, just taking the arms back down by your side and just seeing how those arms feel, how those shoulders feel. There we are. So I want you to take a single circle here with a single arm. So circling that arm back and just again doing what you can do. And just noticing, feeling, sensing. That's it. And then keep on going with that single arm. And then we'll change over to the other arm now. So taking round to the other arm. So again, how does that feel? How's that movement? Can you actually get your arm up and over and back? So just working with that then. There you go. So just taking that circle back, and last one here. That's it. And again, just shake the arms out. Just see how they feel. And then we'll take both arms. So circling both arms, seeing how that feels, and trying to stand up as tall as you can. That's it. And again, so circling those arms back and back. There you go. So standing up tall, trying to lengthen up through your spine. And one more here. That's it. And then just give your arms a shake. So I'd like you to bring one shoulder forward. That's it. There we go. And then I'd like you to bring the other shoulder forward. So I know we've done them backwards, and we do tend to, when we sort of sit and stand, there can be the tendency to lean forwards and then bring both shoulders to forwards. But actually, rolling the shoulders both directions can really just sort of help to release the tension, and you might find that actually that's quite nice. And then just give your arms a bit of a wiggle and see how that feels. Now both shoulders back this time. That's it. So both shoulders back. There we go. So bring one arm forwards. There we go. So one arm forwards. And then we're going to take the other arm forwards. So taking the other arm and just circling that arm round and forwards, noticing how the shoulder feels. And then bring both arms forward, so bringing them round and back. And you'll notice how you sort of open the chest, lifting up. That's it. And 4 more of those for me. There we go. And then we're going to take it all back again. Okay, so just rest that here, have a little bit of a shake, see how that feels. Now take both arms back. That's it. So as you take them back, lift the chest and open the shoulders. Lift and open, lift and open. That's it. So you can do 4 more of those. Lifting and lifting. There we go. And last one here. Perfect. And then just see how that feels. So I'd like you to have your hands now so that they're one on top of the other facing each other, and you're going to lean towards the top hand as you push the hand over. So just leaning and just seeing how that feels. So sort of welcoming your spine back into a bit of lateral flexion. I mean, we do this all the time. We sort of move around, we walk about, we lift, we carry. So this is just giving a little bit more of a, I suppose, a targeted movement, targeted mobilizing through the side. So just pushing the hand across, pushing the hand across. That's it. So enjoying that there. There we go. So I want you to change the angle this time. So I want you to take your hand a bit higher. So the hand that's on top, reaching that a bit higher so that you can look underneath your other arm. So reaching that up and just taking it a little slower and just seeing how the side of the body feels. Does that feel good? And then again, reaching up again. Does that feel good? There we are. How does that feel to you? How does that feel? There we go. So this next time round, we're going to bring the arms a little bit lower. There we go. So reaching down towards the floor. And again, how does that feel? Does that feel tight? Does it feel pinchy? Does it feel really nice? That's it. So you're going to do 2 more on each side, and just sort of, as I say, holding that there a little bit longer if you want to, enjoying that, and just sort of playing around with the movement too. That's always really nice to do, really fascinating. And then just release that there. So roll the shoulders back. So place your hands on your hips. Just have a little gentle bend in the knee, making the legs active. And I'd like you to tip and tuck your pelvis forwards and backwards. So hips forwards, hips backwards. And by making the knee active, by putting a bend in the knee, you're actually able to get more range of movement through the pelvis. So if your legs are up and locked, you might not get much movement, or you just push the hips forwards and backwards. So bend those knees a little, squeeze your butt cheeks, squeeze your glute muscles, and then stick your bottom out the back door. So just moving through those 2 points there. And then once you've done that a little bit here, I'd like you to push the hips from side to side. So as you push the hips from side to side, you really feel that. I can feel that really massively round the outside of my leg. That feels so good. So good. There we are. So pushing those hips from side to side. And then let's have a circle here for the hips now. So circling those hips round. Now again, you might just feel quite stiff. You might feel like a board. Just do what you can. Notice how that feels. If there's any clicky hips, poppy hips back, and then just change direction for me. So again, going round the other way. So circle those hips, nice big circle. Round we go. Round we go. There we are. That's it. Perfect. And then change direction again. That's it. So really getting in there now. So change direction again. And then I'd like you to come and place your hands on the tops of your knees, just above your knees on your thighs. So hands here, they might feel you've got a bit of a rounded back here, and that's fine. And just push your hips from side to side here, sort of testing your back, see how it feels. And then circle your hips here. And as you circle your hips round, you might find that your back feels quite tight. It It might not feel tight, it might feel nice and loose. It might feel anything in between. Change direction. That's it, changing that circle around. Beautiful, beautiful. And then with your hands still on your hips, I want you to round the back, and then I want you to lengthen the back, and then round and lengthen. And as you do so, again, just checking in with yourself. How does it feel? How do you feel? How is your back? There we are. So round the back, lengthen. So this time, pull the shoulder blades down your back, lengthen your spine, and then rounding up through your back. And then lengthen again and round. And one more of those for me. So lengthen and then just round up to standing, and just see how that feels. So circle those shoulders and then circle them forwards. That's it. And then circle back a single arm, and then back the other arm, and then do both arms together. That's it. So have your hands one on top of the other, reach across and across. That's it. And then reach up. So reach up. How does that feel? There we go. Does that feel a bit better? Does that feel a bit freer? Reach down. So reaching down. There we go. How does that feel there? And then how does your hands on your hips, circle your hips round. How does that feel? And then change direction. And then just tip and tuck the pelvis under. So how does that feel? And then just slide your hands down your thighs and lengthen and round the spine. And again, how does that feel? There we go. And then just come up to standing. That's it. So there we go. Just a bit of a mobilizing through the body, through the upper body in particular, and just noticing how you feel. So how's that? I hope that feels good.